Hi people. So, Blood Gnome is a 2004 creature feature, if we want to categorize it, and those are the interesting pictures, so that's what I will include in this video. But its main advantage is not its creatures, but it's but the very natural acting and look of the whole film. It's a straight to VHS, I guess, flick, so there is no 4K option like for the Primaveras of Full Moon. That's a good flick. It was started as Empire Pictures and there were financial issues. It's a great stop motion movie. I mean, like Harryhausen's, but it has fluid animation and it's just great. Back to this film. So, when you watch a movie, the aesthetics, the flat house people are living in, your protagonist or otherwise, they are always mansions and they are pretty empty and sterile. Here, we are working with middle class people. Absolutely middle class. No suits, no swimming pool in the backyard. Small apartments, stuff lying around everywhere, all that kind of thing. It's very natural and everyone is well casted. Everyone fits into this. Now, what's the basic situation? The basic situation is bodies piling up from the BDSM community. So, this is kind of a fetish film, but it's not a fetish film for those who are already in the fetish, but more of an educational, introductional material for an outsider to kind of be able to see what here is going on in this subculture. And that's how the protagonist works, who is a crime scene photographer. He meets with a friend of one of the victim who is a leading persona of the local BDSM community. And she offers her insight to be able to distinguish the details of the sessions and the crime. The genius here is she is not just telling all this stuff, but instead actually showing, bringing the guy into session to be a spectator for one of the client because that client has this fetish, or then there is another where they are getting together with this photographer, so they are having this kind of sex. BDSM is not really about sex, but this movie has plenty of boobs. So if you are into that and just want to watch this, it is very nice boobs, and it's not, pornographic thing. It's just normal film stuff. Now, what's the story that is happening in the film? Because that's not the BDSM culture, so it's not just a tutorial video. There is this woman in the community who summoned a demon somehow, and that the demon is spawning these blood gnomes who are attracted to blood and are doing the killing. In exchange for this world domination plan, the woman gets some kind of drug she's selling because money is good. And because of the blood attraction of the gnomes, the bodies are coming out from this BDSM community for, I think, for one reason, because it's a small insider community, so it's easy to not get that much attention, because the authority don't really care for the marginal side of society, so to say, the extreme part of society. And as I mentioned, separating the part of the adult material going on and the actual things, with a pretty impossible clues otherwise. Like, this photographer gets into this case because he finds this small handprint. Obviously no one believes him, and it's great building up, because these things can only be seen in the right spectrum. It's, that color out of space thing is going on from Lovecraft. Uh, the guy, so the guy has this camera which can see the gnomes, but you have to record the thing, and that faces problem, which shows how that these gnomes are not just mindless monsters unaware of their surroundings. They are actually pretty clever, and it is told they are getting even more clever as they are spreading out. And the film just beautifully works. All these components, there are these cradle of filth like monsters running around. There is this photographer trying to do his job, and fighting his PTSD. His wife who got killed, and there are, you know, beautiful women, and sometimes men are showing up on camera. No genitals, so it's a normal movie, not porn. Everyone gets something that can interest you, and as I said, the chemistry between the protagonists are very good. The small screen for the whole film works absolutely great. You don't really see middle class people in your movies. So if you can find this flick, I wholeheartedly promote it for you, because it is only 90 minutes and it is very well executed.